Marcus locked the cafe door behind them, the final click echoing louder than it should have in the empty street. The neon sign buzzed overhead, flickering as if unsure whether to stay lit. Eleanor Grant stood beneath it, hands tucked into the pockets of her coat, calm as ever, too calm for someone who had just upended his night. "You're really doing this," Marcus muttered, more to himself than to her. Eleanor glanced over, the corner of her mouth lifting. "You sound surprised." "I am," he said. "I don't invite strangers home. Especially not powerful ones." "That's fair," she replied. "If it helps, I'm very good at being invisible when needed." He snorted. "Somehow, I doubt that." They walked toward Marcus's old pickup truck, parked beneath a streetlight that hummed faintly. He unlocked the door, tossing his jacket onto the passenger seat before realizing his mistake. "Oh, sorry," he said, awkwardly moving it aside. "It's not exactly perfect," Eleanor finished gently as she slid into the seat. "Neither am I." That gave him pause. As he drove, the city thinned into quieter neighborhoods. The radio stayed off. The silence wasn't uncomfortable, just loaded. Marcus kept glancing at Eleanor from the corner of his eye. She stared out the window, watching passing houses like she was memorizing a different kind of wealth. Laundry lights glowing, porch swings creaking, a world that didn't care who ran what company. "You really heard us talking?" Marcus asked finally. "Yes," she said. "I wasn't trying to eavesdrop. It just reached me." "Ben runs his mouth," Marcus muttered. "He was teasing you," Eleanor said. "But there was something else. You laughed like someone who doesn't expect good things to happen." Marcus tightened his grip on the wheel. "Life teaches you that." She didn't argue. They pulled up to his house, a modest single-story place with a sagging fence and a porch light that flickered the same way the cafe sign had. Marcus killed the engine and sat there for a moment, staring at the front door. "My daughter's asleep," he said quietly. "Her name's Lily. She wakes up early. She asks questions." "I like questions," Eleanor replied. "But I'll follow your lead." Inside, the house smelled faintly of dish soap and lavender, Lily's doing. Marcus slipped off his boots, motioning for Eleanor to do the same. She hesitated, then complied, placing her expensive shoes neatly by the door like a guest who wanted to get it right. He led her down the narrow hallway. Family photos lined the walls, Lily missing her front teeth, Lily on his shoulders at the county fair, Lily asleep against his chest. Eleanor slowed as she passed them. "She's beautiful," she said softly. Marcus's expression gentled. "She's everything." The guest room was small but clean. A simple bed, a dresser, a lamp Lily had painted with crooked flowers. Marcus gestured awkwardly. "It's not. It's perfect," Eleanor said, and this time he believed her. She set her bag down. "Thank you. Truly." "Don't thank me yet," he said. "This is temporary." "Of course." Marcus hesitated at the door. "One more thing." "Yes." "No press. No assistants. No surprises." Her gaze sharpened, but she nodded. "You have my word." He turned to leave, then paused. "Why me?" Eleanor took a moment before answering. "Because people like me are always surrounded by yes. You're not a yes man." He left her then, retreating to the kitchen where he leaned against the counter, heart racing. What had he done? The next morning, Lily's voice drifted down the hall before Marcus could stop her. "Daddy, I'm hungry." Marcus winced and hurried out, but Eleanor was already there. She stood at the stove, sleeves rolled up, flipping pancakes with surprising ease. Lily sat at the table, eyes wide. "She's nice," Lily announced. "She says she's my guest." Eleanor turned, smiling. "Good morning, Marcus." He stared. "You're cooking." "I didn't want to wake you," she said. "I hope that's okay." Lily beamed. She knows how to flip them without breaking. Marcus sighed. "I usually burn the first batch." Eleanor handed Lily a plate. A tradition worth keeping. They ate together, the moment strangely domestic. Eleanor listened more than she spoke, laughing at Lily's stories, asking thoughtful questions. Marcus watched, unsettled by how naturally she fit. After breakfast, Lily ran off to get ready for school. Marcus crossed his arms. "You didn't have to do that." "I wanted to," Eleanor replied. "Besides, it's been a while since I cooked for someone without a staff watching." "You really don't have people," he said skeptically. "Oh, I do," she said. "Just not here." Later, as Marcus walked Lily to the bus stop, Eleanor remained behind. He expected to feel relief. Instead, he felt curious. When he returned, Eleanor sat at the kitchen table, laptop closed, hands folded. "I should explain," she said. "Before rumors catch up." He nodded. "I'd appreciate that. My company is facing a hostile takeover," she said calmly. "Someone leaked internal data. I suspect my ex-husband." Marcus stiffened. "That sounds dangerous." "It can be," she admitted. "Which is why I needed to disappear for a few days." "And you trust me?" She met his gaze. "I trust your priorities." That afternoon, a black SUV slowed outside the house. Marcus noticed first. "You expecting company?" Eleanor's jaw tightened. "No." The SUV lingered, then drove on. Marcus's instincts flared, old, sharp instincts he hadn't used in years. "You said no surprises." "I meant it," Eleanor said. "Whatever this is, it's not from me." That night, as rain began to fall and thunder rolled overhead, Marcus realized something unsettling. Marcus lay awake on the couch, one arm draped over his eyes, listening to the steady rhythm against the roof. Every creak of the house felt louder than usual. Every passing car made his muscles tighten. He hadn't felt like this in years, alert, coiled, waiting. The black SUV replayed in his mind. He rose quietly and checked the locks. Front door, back door, windows, all secure. When he passed the guest room, he paused. Light spilled faintly from beneath the door. Eleanor wasn't asleep. He knocked once, softly. "Come in," her voice answered. She sat on the edge of the bed, coat off now, hair loose over her shoulders. The CEO armor was gone. What remained looked human. "Tired. You saw the SUV," she said. "Yes. I was hoping you wouldn't." Marcus leaned against the doorframe. "You said you needed somewhere off the map." "I did," she replied quietly. "And for a few hours, it worked." "Who are they?" Eleanor exhaled slowly. "Corporate security. Or private investigators hired by my board. Or my ex-husband trying to scare me back into line." She gave a small, humorless smile. "When you have money, concern often disguises itself as protection." Marcus's jaw tightened. "If this puts my daughter at risk." "It won't," she said immediately, standing. "I swear to you, if I thought Lily was in danger, I'd be gone already." He studied her, searching for any hint of manipulation. He found none. Just fear, buried deep under control. "Tomorrow," he said, "I walk Lily to school again. If I see that SUV, I'll leave," Eleanor finished. No arguments. That night, sleep came in fragments. The next morning passed without incident. Marcus fixed a loose hinge on the front gate while Eleanor made phone calls in hushed tones from the spare room. Her voice shifted effortlessly, soft, then sharp, then icy calm. When she emerged, she looked steadier. "I've bought us time," she said. "Us," Marcus echoed. She smiled. Faintly. Force of habit. By afternoon, Lily was at school, and the house felt too quiet. Marcus brewed coffee, offering Eleanor a mug. She accepted it with both hands like it was something precious. "Why did you really come?" Marcus asked. She didn't deflect this time. "Because I don't know who I am when I'm not fighting." Silence settled between them. "My marriage was strategic," Eleanor continued. "My career was expected. Strength was mandatory. Weakness was punished." Her eyes flicked to him. "You don't look at me like I'm an asset or a threat." "I look at you like a guest," Marcus said. "And a complication." She laughed softly. "Fair." That afternoon, Lily returned home early, excited about a school project. Eleanor knelt beside her at the table, helping her cut construction paper with careful precision. Marcus watched from the doorway, something unfamiliar tightening in his chest. "You're good with her," he said later. "I wanted children once," Eleanor admitted. "Life had other plans." The words lingered. That evening, the knock came. Sharp. Deliberate. Marcus moved first, body already positioning between the door and the hallway. "I'll handle it," he said. Eleanor's face drained of color. "Marcus." He opened the door to find a man in an expensive suit, rain beating off his coat. Two others stood behind him, expressionless. "Mr. Hale," the man said smoothly. "I'm here regarding Eleanor Grant." "She's not available," Marcus replied. The man smiled thinly. "This is corporate business. This is my home." The smile faded. "You don't understand what you're involved in." Marcus stepped forward just enough to make the point clear. "I understand trespassing." Behind him, Eleanor's voice cut in. That's enough. She came to stand beside Marcus, her presence shifting the air. You're done here. Tell the board I'll speak on my terms. The man hesitated, then nodded. This isn't over. No, Eleanor agreed. It isn't. When the door shut, Marcus released a breath he hadn't realized he was holding. Lily peeked from the hallway. Daddy. It's okay, he said gently. Just grown-up stuff. That night, Eleanor packed. You don't have to go, Marcus said, surprising himself. She paused, hands resting on the suitcase. I do. Before this becomes harder. For who? For both of us. She knelt in front of Lily later, promising to write. Lily hugged her fiercely. You can come back, Lily said. Daddy's nice. Eleanor's eyes shimmered. He is. At the door, she turned to Marcus. You gave me something I forgot existed. What's that? Peace, she said, even briefly. He watched her leave, the house feeling emptier than before. 3 weeks passed. Life returned to routine, or tried to. But Marcus noticed the absence everywhere. In the quiet mornings. In the untouched guest room. In the way Lily asked if Eleanor had sent a letter yet. Then one evening, the news broke. Grant Holdings CEO cleared, whistleblower exposed. Marcus stared at the screen. That night, his phone buzzed. Eleanor, I'm safe. I won. He typed back before he could overthink it. Marcus, glad to hear it. Seconds later. Eleanor, do you still have a room? His heart skipped. Marcus, rules still apply. The reply came with a smile emoji. She returned quietly. No cameras. No SUV. Just Eleanor, standing on his porch with a duffel bag and a hopeful expression. This time, she said, I'm not running. Lily tackled her with a hug. Marcus watched them, something settling into place. Over the following weeks, Eleanor learned how to exist without armor. She cooked. She listened. She laughed, really laughed. Marcus learned that strength didn't always look like endurance. Sometimes, it looked like letting someone stay. One evening, after Lily fell asleep, Eleanor and Marcus sat on the porch. Sharing silence. You know, Eleanor said softly, I don't need saving. I know, Marcus replied. Neither do I, she turned to him. But maybe, we don't have to do everything alone. Marcus met her gaze, steady and certain.